Hey everybody, thanks for watching The Great Green Room. My name is Julia. Today we're going to be looking at Jill and the Lion, written and illustrated by Leslie Barnes. This is one of a series. I had never heard of it before. In it, Jill, the main character, is reading her favorite book to her dog when she notices that the lion in her book that she's reading to her dog is sad. So she jumps into the book to help the lion, and in a little while the dog also jumps into the book to help Jill. And they both have an adventure within the pages of this book that they were reading at the beginning of this book that I'm reading. This book is very meta, obviously, but unlike other children's books that are purposely meta, I'm thinking of books like The Monster at the End of This Book or some of the Elephant and Piggy books by Mo Willems. Jill and her dog don't talk to the reader. They don't include the reader as a character. Instead, there's this book that we're reading, and there's yet another book that Jill's reading, and it took me a couple of minutes to get it, and I'm an adult. So this is not the kind of premise that a young child is going to understand. It's the wrong kind of meta, in my opinion. So that's a major flaw with this book already. The second major flaw, and this is kind of weird for me to talk about this as a flaw. The other thing I don't like about this book... Let me start again. I don't want to say that I don't like the illustrations, because the illustrations are spectacular. They're too spectacular. They're way, way too much of a good thing. They completely overwhelm the story. So you have these incredibly saturated, incredibly dynamic, almost bewildering, not almost bewildering, actually bewildering illustrations coupled with this very confusing meta story, and they don't combine well. It doesn't make for an enjoyable book, and it's a shame because I really wanted this to be an enjoyable book. Pictures like this are nice to look at just themselves. I could look at this picture for a long time and really appreciate it. I don't appreciate it in the context of the story, and that's kind of a shame. So I am not going to rate this very highly just because the different parts just don't work well together. I'm going to give Jill and the Lion by Leslie Barnes a 2 out of 5. Leave it on the shelf.